Hello, welcome to Guitar Trek. I am Richard J. Dowling. This is Space Dude Major Tom, and we are currently at week 70 of the Song Week Challenge, and it's quite amazing really to think about 70 songs in 70 weeks. And today, well, first of all, it's nice to be able to do the thought section again and have a chat, as it were. It's been not necessarily, I've not been particularly busy, but it's just been awkward in terms of the scheduling to find time to do it. And as I always say, whenever I have to sacrifice things, I always prioritize the writing of the song and trying to perform a decent take of the song over everything else around it. So it's good to be back, and I'm just thinking over the process for today's song. So typically I always try and do something different from the previous week, and the previous week was an acoustic ballad, so logically I would do an electric song, but then I thought, no, I'll do something equally different. I'll do another acoustic ballad, which is sort of like, you know, taking right angles around things. It's just complete whim really, whatever comes into my head. And the inspiration, first of all, the inspiration for the song was from Rose Ackerman, who's a fellow YouTuber and does wonderful guitar improvisations. If you haven't already checked out the channel, please do. I'll put a link in the description of my video here. And she does these fantastic improvisations with guitars in alternate tuning. So typically a guitar, basically it's just a different way of tuning up the strings, so they're playing different notes from the usual one. And she made a comment or something, and it reminded me, oh, I should try my hand at doing an alternate tuning, because I've never written a song with an alternate tuning, as far as I can remember. And so I sort of went online, did a bit of research, and I chose what seems to be the most popular alternate tuning, which is called DADGAD. And immediately when I sort of tuned it up, I mean, you just get this wonderful droning sound. It's actually tuned, DADGAD is D, A, D, G, A, D, so DADGAD. And that's a D suspended fourth. So if you want to play a D major, you'd have to sort of go up here, which is sort of where I started off. No, it wasn't it. And I started noodling around up there, but then I found out this is not the major, but it's a sort of fifth, so it's just the D and A. That's the whole thing. And it just sort of, I don't even really know how it happened. It just sort of came out. I did check a couple of chord shapes online as well, because the thing, instantly when you do this, especially for the first time, it's no longer a guitar. I mean, this is to me it's a completely different instrument. Every little shape and knowledge that I had of the fretboard is useless. So you sort of, everything sounds different. It really is like playing a different instrument. So I'm quite sold on this idea of using alternate tunings. And I checked out a few chord shapes online. So this chord here in the verse, it's sort of like a D7, I think. And there it's, I don't know, it could be, is it D? It's still a D. And then here it goes into some sort of a G chord. But in the chorus, it's definitely C with some extra notes. It's a C with a D on the top, so it's like a suspended second, but it's not suspended because you're playing. I don't know. It's nice. And then a G, some type of G chord. That's all I can do really. But what you get is the effect of the of these open strings ringing out, and it creates this lovely drone effect, and it feels like there's a lot more happening than I'm actually playing. I mean, I'm playing very easy, and the guitar's doing most of the work. So that was mainly that's essentially the verse and the chorus. And then I was reading a little bit about the tuning, and it said anything that you do on the 4th string, you can also play on the top string, because it's effectively they're playing the same note. It's a DAD. They're open both D strings. So. So that came out as like a bridge sort of section, solo sort of section, which is sort of in an A, and it then resolves back down to the D. And for the lyrics, they sort of wrote themselves on the sounds that were coming out of my mouth. So the I was trying to find what could it be? It's flee, my love. So flee. So what's a person fleeing from? So then it's sort of this supernatural entity. Amadán Dubh is a sort of Celtic trickster god, and I thought it would be nice to, because the song, well, once I finished the lyrics, the options were either to call it Before His Work Is Done, or something magical, and I think it sounds a lot. The spirit of the song is more of a magical song, so I wanted something that people wouldn't necessarily know exactly what it is, and then if they researched it, or if I tell them, then they get maybe another aspect of the song. So I won't go too much into the lyrics, because I'll let you make up your own minds about that. But it's very enjoyable to do this in an alternate tuning. I will be using them again, I think. But really, well, my problem is that I need to have a guitar set up in this alternate tuning, and then have another guitar in standard tuning, because it's well, I don't know really. I don't know what it is. It's something about this tuning that it's just, like I said, it's like learning a different instrument. So I still like the guitar. I would still like to have a guitar in traditional tuning, and then have something else like this. So I guess I'll be saving up for a new guitar. Cool. That's like I haven't spent enough on gear already. And speaking of gear, you may have noticed a difference in the sound quality between the between the song performance and this spoken word section. And that's because the phone's running out low on battery, so I've plugged it into charge, and I can't, because it's an Apple phone, can't plug in more than one thing at a time. So this is the microphone that I use with the phone to record the songs, and it's a Zoom IQ7. So I had to plug it out now so I could basically keep the phone working with charging a battery. And what I like about this is if you listen with headphones to the song, and most of the songs on my channel for the last, I don't know, I can't remember now, 20 weeks or something, this gives a very, very nice stereo image. So it makes everything seem bigger, and it's the resolution is a lot better than the camera phone. I think the camera phone may be louder, the microphone that's on the camera as standard, but it has a lot more resolution, and it gives a lot more space and depth, I think, to the sound. So I'm very happy with it. And so that's about it. It's great to be back. Hopefully I'll be able to do more of these thoughts sections. Things are good, can't complain. I think that's about it, really. I am in awe of people using these alternate tunings on YouTube. So there's Rose Ackerman, and a lot more people as well whose names are terrible with names at the moment. But please check out Rose's channel, and have a great week or weekend, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.